Good morning, everyone. How is everyone? I just wanted to hop on here really quick this morning. I haven't been on for a few days. This is Friday. Last Saturday, I got sick. I was sick all day. And finally, in the evening, I went to the ER. And they took a CAT scan. And I have a blockage in my small intestines. And they admitted me to the hospital, and I was there till Tuesday evening, and I got to come home, and I'm feeling so much better now, and I just wanted to let you know what was going on. And so anyway, I've threw some things in the crock pot real quick because I had to leave, and I wanted to show you what I've done. I put a liner in my crock pot. And I put in 2 pounds of Great Northern beans. And I've put in a piece of ham. This is a Kentucky Legend ham. And it's sliced. That's all we could get. Didn't particularly want a sliced ham. But that's all they had. So I put it in first. Put the beans in around it. And put about 4 cups of water, 4.5 cups of water in there. And I'm going to let that cook. I put it on high. Going to let it cook until the water gets lower, and then I may have to add more. I also added a teaspoon of salt in there. And this is the beans. It's just, I used 2 of these. They were 1 pound bags. That's what I had. So I put both of them in there because we're going to be sharing supper tonight. And this is the Kentucky Legend ham. And it is sliced. And I think this brand is a wonderful brand of ham. It's just really, really good flavor. When I lived back in Illinois, that's the kind of ham I used a lot because it was so good. So I'm going to let these cook for a while, and then I'll get back to you. Just kind of wanted to let you know what was going on and put something on real quick, and then I'll show you what else we're going to have for supper, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back on here real quick because I've got a pan of water on. I probably have maybe a quart of water in there. And I have me some tea bags over here. And I'm using Louisiana decaffeinated tea. And these are family-sized tea bags. And I'm using 5 of them. I like my tea strong. Anyway, when this water comes to a boil, I'm going to put these tea bags in the water. Then I'm going to cover them with this plate and take it off of the heat and let it steep for 15 minutes. Then I will be back. Okay, I'm back. This tea has steeped. I've got the lid on it. I'm going to take it off. And then I'm going to take the tea bags out of the water, and I'm going to lay them over on the plate, and then I will use what's still in the bags and put it back in. I can tell you why I'm having so much trouble. It's because I'm trying to hold my phone and do what I'm supposed to be doing, and I don't have my stand in here, but don't know where I was at, but it got shut off and wasn't telling me. I'm going to squeeze the tea bags out, put them in the pitcher, put that juice in the pitcher, put the tea in there out of this pan, and fill the pitcher with water. I'm not going to put any sugar in it. I'm going to leave it without sugar or any sweetener until I taste it after it gets cold, because I think I might be able to drink it without sweetener in it or sugar. I was able to in the hospital, and it tasted really good to me. And I haven't been able to do that for years. I've always had to have sweetener. I didn't care for it. But I'm hoping it'll taste so much better like it did when I was in the hospital. It's really, really good, better for you to not put the sugar in it. So, okay, I'm going to get back off for now, and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. Now, I'm getting ready to make some cornbread, and I'm just doing it the easy way, but the other reason I'm doing this is because we like this. We love Jiffy cornbread. I like homemade cornbread, and I've made it a lot in my lifetime, but not just because this is easy, but we like this taste of this cornbread. So I've used 2 boxes, and I've put it in this mixing bowl, and I'm going to add 2 eggs. These eggs have very fragile shells. They're breaking into pieces. I don't want no shells in my cornbread. And then I'm going to put 2/3 cup of milk in here. Now the reason there's 2 eggs and 2/3 cup of milk is because I'm doing 2 packages. And then I'm just going to stir this up. And I've got my iron skillet. I put a little bit of Crisco in the bottom of it, and I've got it on the burner heating up, and it's going to be hot when I put this in there. When I make my regular recipe of cornbread, I always heat up my skillet and sprinkle cornmeal in the bottom, and that makes a nice crust on the bottom of the cornbread. But this cornbread is more tender and falls apart, so I'm not going to do that with this. I'll put mine in my plate and smother it with the beans. And the beans are cooking really good, and they're almost done, and they've been in there almost 6 hours. At 5 o'clock, it'll be 6 hours. And so it took the biggest, and I've added water to it several times because I don't usually cook 2 bags at one time, but I think they wanted to eat on it more than one time this week, and so that's why we did more. But they're looking good. Whoops. I'll show them to you in just a second. I'll spread this cornbread around. This will take longer to bake than what it says because it's thicker, so it's going to take a little bit longer. I'm going to turn the burner off and get this in the oven. And I'll set the timer for, I think I'll set it for 25 minutes, and I'm pretty sure that won't be long enough. But I'll check it, and if it's not done, I'll leave it in there. And we're gonna look at the beanies. Oh, wow. Looks so good. And that meat's down in there, and it's looking good too. Oh, yum. Look at that meat. Okay. I'm going to take a little taste here and see if they're getting done at all. Maybe I'm going. Well, my camera wasn't recording. I'm telling you, I'm losing it. So I've sat here and chopped up all this stuff so you could see. I've chopped, I just have to tell you, I've chopped up part of a green pepper. This is how much I used off of it. And a half of tomato and a half of an onion. And I've poured vinegar in here, and I'm gonna go get some water and pour in there. So the vinegar won't be so strong and choke everybody. And I'm gonna put some pepper in here. Like I said, I used white vinegar for this. Most of the time I used apple cider vinegar, but Krista likes white vinegar. Sprinkle some pepper in here. Get this all stirred up. And when we get ready to eat our beans, we'll get a spoonful of this and put it over our beans, and it just flavors the beans up so good. This is what my grandmother always called speckled hen. If any of you out there have had this and you call it something else, or if you've heard of this, let me know. I'd be interested to find out. And, excuse me. Excuse me. I think I got pepper up my nose. So anyway, we've got the speckled hen done. The cornbread is in the oven. And the beans are just at the verge of being done. And when I get a plate all fixed up, I'll dip it up and come back and show you what it looks like. This is just a good old-fashioned meal that we used to just love to have. Beans and cornbread. Like I said, normally I make my own cornbread, or I used to normally make my own cornbread from scratch, but we like Jiffy. Good old Jiffy, and I like the sweetness of it, and so that's why we're having that. And I did make 2 packages of it and put it in the iron skillet. So it's in there baking, and we'll get that out, and I'll be back in a little bit and show you what it looks like all plated up. Well, it took the cornbread exactly 25 minutes to get done, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. And it just turned out so good. Yum, yum, yum. As soon as Krista gets here, we'll plate up some of our food, and I'll take a picture and show you that.